Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to be talking about some CLT problems that you probably will find on your test in very similar forms. For this one, it would be testing you on your mathematical reasoning and logistic problems. So right here, we have a missing number that we're looking for. And in these kind of problems, we're looking at addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, or square root, or cube root. So one thing to take a look with this problem is that this is a 1, but the same way to say 1 is 1 over 1 is that the numerator is exactly the same. Therefore, we are going to focus on just the denominators. It might be easier just to write it as 1, 4, 16, 25, 36. Now, we could go ahead and if we try the addition method, we're going to get 3 here, mystery here again. Then we're going to get 9 here and 10 here. But we know that if we were going just up by 1, this wouldn't make sense because it jumps from 3 all the way to 9 in 2 numbers. So that couldn't make sense. So we can erase that. However, if you are familiar with the still learning how to use this thing. If you're familiar with your square roots, we know that 1 over 1 is 1, 2 over 2 is 4, 3 over 3 is 9, 4, that's space 2, not to confuse you, is 16, and then 5 squared is 25, and 6 squared is 36. So you don't necessarily have to have these specifically memorized, but if you did for square root by 2, you'd know that's 2, or if you did 16, you would know that that is 4, and then same thing with 25, that you would know this is 5. So you're going to see that this is 1 squared, this is 2 squared, this is 4 squared, this is 3 squared, and this is, and this is 5 squared, and this is 6 squared. So then we can figure out that this one's going to be 3 squared, because that's 1, 2, missing 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's pretty basic. So let's go ahead and clear this one up. And let's go ahead and do another one. So for the second one, it's going to be a little more tricky. So our numbers for this one is -1/2, 1, 1/6, and 1 13. So once again, we can make this as 1 over 1. And also we notice the same thing with the other one is, although there's a negative sign right here, delete that so it doesn't get confused, it's an equal sign, you'd see that they're all have the same numerators again, which means we can kind of focus on the denominators again. And I'm going to add that negative sign to the 2. So it'll be -2, 1, 6, 13. Now, we don't really see much of a correlation here because if we add them, we get +3, +5, +7. But don't freak out because there's actually like a hidden pattern in the pattern. If we look at from 3 to 5, it's +2, and from 5 to 7, it's +2 again. So our pattern is the pattern with this which in the pattern. That may sound really confusing, but that's why I always like to start with addition when looking at a problem, because then we can kind of see these patterns here that turn into these patterns. So just keep in mind for that one. So now that we know what the pattern is, we know we're going to go back step. So we're going to actually start here. So we're going to add 2 to 7, because we're going to add 2 to this number to get 9. And then we're going to add this number to 13. So 9 plus 13, let me do it here, 9 plus 13 gives me 22. So then but remember, it wouldn't just be 22, it'd be 1 over 22 because we took the denominators from this one. And that is all for today's video. Again, these come in all shapes and sizes and forms, but basically just try to take it into the process of see if you can add them, if you can subtract them, if you can multiply them, if you need to divide them, or if you're going to do a square root or a cube root. Always try to kind of go in this pattern because like in this one, we may have a pattern inside of a pattern. Thank you for watching.